Ruy Lopez opening, Morphy defense, exchange, Alapin Gambit. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. Nf3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. Nc6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square. The Ruy Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. a6 forces the bishop to decide, exchange or retreat. bxc6 captures the knight and forces doubled c-pawns for black. dxc6 recaptures the piece and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. Black has the bishop pair as compensation for the doubled c-pawns. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. bg4 develops the bishop and pins the knight to the queen. h3 attacks the bishop on g4, forcing black to either capture the knight or retreat the bishop. h5 offers a piece sacrifice, where if white plays 7.hxg4 then after hxg4 the knight on f3 must move and qh4 is dangerous. This activates a queen by developing it off of its starting square. Capturing that bishop wins material. Takes back. That pawn was free for the taking. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This is the only move that works. That was a free queen. This is the only good move. This steps away from the checking bishop. This reveals a check. This evades the check from the rook. This moves the bishop to safety. This is the only move that works. This evades the check from the bishop. This reveals a check on the opponent's king. This steps away from the checking rook. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This is the only good move. It is the last book move. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening.